YouTube, episode 9 of Utawarerumono, Messages from the Land Where God Sleeps. So, it finally, alright, so, I'm not done watching Utawarerumono, the first one. I'm like halfway through. And this one, I kind of see a connection. So, in this episode, we see, Kwan, two older sisters come visit her. And what do you know? I knew off back it was somebody because I seen the tiger. I forgot the tiger name. It was Ruda Muli Wapa or something. But the white tiger. I was like, hey, that's Aruruu tiger. So I was like, oh man. And then I seen the white haired girl with the black wings. Her name was some with a K. I forget, but and Aruru was there. And they came to see Kwan. Obviously, they took Kwan in, or something happened because they're her big sisters. And I got so many questions now. Like, where's Aruru's sister? Like, oh man, I hope she didn't die. This just kind of like put me in a sad mood. But yeah. Basically, this episode was just them two annoying the shit out of Kwan. Like, she says Taco, like they're my family, but they're like the two most overprotective people there. So we could tell she sneezed, they ran out there, wiped her nose, made her blow her nose. When they was in the bath, they was just playing around with it. It was just like she couldn't get away from them. So she decides to actually leave. And well, before she decides that, we see a moment where Haku and her is just arguing, and it looks like a lovers quarrel. So it's just funny and nice to see that. I wish they would show more emotion towards each other because I'm not sure if it is a love or it isn't. So with that, you know, after that she actually like wrote a note, said she's gone, she's not coming back. Of course, Aruru and the other girl got worried, told Haku like, let's go find her. He was like, oh, she'll be fine. And they just looked at her like, is that the awful man, Korn was telling us about? And she's like, it gotta be. So, um, that was funny. So he just took the girls around the town to search for Korn, and surprisingly, everywhere they searched, she was there. She was at the school place, the candy shop, the book shop. It's just that, you know, she was hiding. And it tells you a lot because Haku really pays attention to her to know everywhere she likes to go, you know. So he really knows her. Basically they end up finding her in the bookstore because they was reading some perverted, and then they're like, "Oh, dude, Corn really read this? Like, where did we go wrong raising her?" And then I was like, she climbed the ladder to adulthood, and then they were just crying to each other. Then Haku tried to leave, turns around and saying, Kuan, and she was just yelling at him like, "Why would you bring him in here?" And then Haku was like, "Do you really shop in here? Like, I didn't expect you to be here." So other than that, the bird and the tiger, really had a good time. The bird was crying when the tiger left. They both was crying. It was kind of funny. Well, not funny, but kind of, like, oh. So, episode 9, I really like this episode. You guys tell me your thoughts if you're watching this or not. Tell me, has it reached your expectations or not? Just let me know something in the comments below. Peace out, YouTube.